Oh my God! What's the Fed gonna do? Are they gonna cut the rates? Oh my God! Are my stocks gonna go up in vertical line? Oh! You're all a bunch of freaking losers. Anyway, welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. So I don't talk about interest rates that much, and I don't talk about the Federal Reserve. I don't really get involved in that because I, unlike the vast majority of you, am a true long-term index fund investor. Most of you pretend to be investors. You're a bunch of frauds and losers, okay? All you do is you try to catch the bottom of stocks and you try to sell them after they vertical line, and you make your little quick 50%. You're just a bunch of degenerate gamblers. And I understand, okay? You can masquerade as an investor all you want, but I see through you. But anyway, why don't I care about the FOMC and the Federal Reserve, and why am I still going to give you my thoughts? Well, first of all, I don't care because, like I said, as a long-term investor, I'm buying partial ownership in every company in the world at market cap weights, and I'm going to hold those companies for 30, 40, or 50 years. Or even 60, 70, 80. I could live forever. Who freaking knows? I'm a god. But I just don't care. So if the Fed cuts rates in 2024, or they raise rates in 2024, they keep rates steady in 2024, why is this going to matter in 2050? Literally, it's not, okay? But you morons think it matters because you're a bunch of clowns. That's why I don't really care. But here's my honest thoughts. So let's kind of think about what's going on in the United States right now. So we had a very high inflation. It got up to like 9% year over year. And the Federal Reserve, in order to cool off inflation, raised interest rates. Because when you raise interest rates, that reduces the money supply and it hampers economic activity. That's right. When interest rates are high, stuff gets more expensive. Corporate profits fall because you got to borrow money at higher interest rates. People don't want to buy houses as much because that makes houses way more expensive. It's a terrible time to buy a house right now. Makes cars more expensive. Basically, it makes everything more expensive. And that's why they raised interest rates. Now, the economy, shockingly, continued to do well. Now, theoretically, when you raise rates, if people are spending less, okay, well, I guess, at the end of the day, the economy's not going to be doing as well because the economy is spending. That's what it is, GDP. But in America, despite all these massive increases in interest rates, people just kept spending and spending and spending and spending. The American consumer, the fat, greasy, triple-chinned American consumer, just kept spending money. And now the economy's roaring. I mean, the economy's blowing past expectations. GDP numbers are beating expectations. Everything seems to be pointing towards no recession and a soft landing. So soft and smooth, right? So the Fed has been able to, keep the economy strong, and it's been able to reduce inflation. We went from 9% year over year, or 9.1% or something like that, to now we're back down to low threes. I think 3.2 was the last year over year inflation number. It seems like we've almost won the war, right? Well, here's the thing. If the economy is doing great, okay, this is just me. Like, I'm not an economist. I'm not. But I'm just thinking of this from a common sense perspective. If the economy is doing great and inflation has come down, but it's not to where the Federal Reserve wants it, which is 2% year over year, why would they massively cut interest rates? Why would they rush to cut interest rates at all? Why do they have to cut them at all? I mean, everybody's like, oh, they're going to do 3 cuts. It's like, okay, well, the economy's doing very strong. Normally you cut rates when the economy's doing bad so you can stimulate the economy again. Inflation is down to low threes year over year, but it's not at the Fed's target. It's still 1% away. And if you look at the year over year, if you look at the most recent numbers, it's been hovering around 3% year over year for the past couple of months. That's not 2. That's not what the Fed wants. Unless they decide to just keep it at 3 going into the future. But we're not there yet. So I don't see why people are so obsessed with rate cuts. Now, I know why people are obsessed with rate cuts, partially. It's because they want their stupid ass stocks to go up in vertical lines. Especially their clown stocks. A lot of people buy garbage stocks that don't make money, that are highly levered, and that rely on issuing shares to stay alive. And when rates get cut, that decreases the discount rate for stoinks, and a lot of clown stocks that don't make money just go up in vertical lines because they can
obtain financing easier. And that's what people want. They want their rate cuts. They want their stonks to go up. They want to make a quick buck. That's why everybody's obsessed with rate cuts. And I think we could potentially be going to a scenario where the market is being overly optimistic on rate cuts projections, because that's what's priced, that they're pricing that into stocks. And potentially, maybe stonks could go down a little bit. I don't know, okay? I don't worry about that stuff personally, but because it's stupid, like I said. But I don't know. I don't think the Fed is going to just start massively cutting rates like a lot of people are expecting. I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't know why they would rush into it. It makes no freaking sense whatsoever. So that's my thoughts. At the end of the day, I don't care what happens. They could jack up rates to 10%, and I would just laugh. Oh, I would laugh. I wouldn't care. But a lot of you clowns, you're so obsessed with CPI because you're stupid idiot losers, gamblers, and degenerates. You're so obsessed with all this stupid garbage that I guess I just wanted to make that video. So, all right, I'm going to Chick-fil-A. Cheers!